Hello there, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin', and today we're going to be creating a fun fold card today for you guys. I had been looking around Pinterest, trolling it, trying to find a fun fold card or something I could do a take on, and I came across a card, and I liked it, but it was a square fold, and I just didn't want a square. I wanted to create an A2. So I actually had to take that idea, give it a little twist, and come up with this one. So what this is, as it looks like a normal A2 card that you can fit in an envelope, but it's actually an easel twist. So it's a twisted easel card, which is not new, but I could not find it on an A2 size. So I had to create that myself. So what I had to do is kind of just do a little bit more scoring, some more gluing to get this effect for this card, but I ended up really liking it. How it turned out. So I hope you guys can really see it. I'll try to get some really good pictures of this. Now, what I have used in my previous two, this was my first one, and I used one of the new in colors, terracotta tile. So I thought for the second one, which I did on Facebook Live, which was a total flub. But they work with me over there. So I used the purple posy. So I thought, well, I was going to just transfer that to YouTube, but I said, no, I've got to redo it. So we're going to redo it using terracotta tile today. And we are going to be using our new Daisy Lane suite bundle. This is Daisy Lane, a clean stamp set. And we're also going to be using the new Daisy Lane medium punch, which is a daisy punch, medium daisy punch. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started. What you're going to need is your score tool, and you're going to need a piece of cardstock cut at 11 inches by 4 1/4. And we're going to score at 5 1/2, which is going to be half of our card. And then we're going to score at 6 and, let's see, you're going to go over 1 1/4 or 1 1/8. So you're going to go 5 1/2 to 6 1/2 to 5. So it's going to be 6 5/8. Now on my Facebook, I used the 4 3/8, but I wanted to go this way. All right, now we're going to just fold our card over just briefly. I'm not going to use this, not going to burnish it just yet. And then on here, you're going to see this is a 1 1/8 inch panel. So this is going to be the front of our card, and this is actually the back of our card. Here, we're going to take it just like we do a traditional easel, and we're going to line up this point down with this point. So I'm going to line these up. And a friend of mine said I should mark my scoreboard. It'd be easier for me to line up. So that's what I did. I've used a white pencil, and we're going to see if this works. I'm just going to go really, really slow and see if this works. And it did! Woohoo! Okay, so I want to tell you that on this front, because this is the front of the card, and this is where the 1 inch part, 1 1/8 inch part, can't get that through my mouth, that you're going to score from here to here. And I did. In error, I did it the other way. You cannot do it that way. You have to go from here to here. So I always kind of turn it over and go, this is the panel, and then score from this point to this point, okay? All right, so we're done with the score tool. I'm going to burnish these with my bone folder, and then I want to go in, so I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to try to line it up like that, okay? So when you fold it over, there you go. So that's the part that little 1 1/8 inch part, and then there's your easel part. Okay, twisted easel. Okay, so let's get some stamping done. I've got a piece of cardstock that is cut at a White Cardstock that is cut at 1 inch by 1 7/8 inch. I couldn't remember. And then this one is cut at 2 inches by 1 1/8 inch. And this is our new pretty peacock. It's a really pretty color too. All right, and then on here is just a piece of scrap Whisper White. We're going to get out our stamp set, and we're going to do the friend. And the best moments in my life are happening with you. Today I'm going to use, for this sentiment, I'm going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black. I'm trying to use a different color than the color for the sentiment. So on here, we're going to take our friend. Okay. Oh. I just literally got that all over my hand. So I'm going to turn this over now. And hopefully this will be right in the middle. Okay. And put that. And then we're going to take this sentiment and we're just going to stamp somewhere in the middle. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's off center, it's okay. We're going to take our layering oval framelits and we're going to take this, the next to small one, second one up, and then the second one up on the scalloped. And I've got a piece of extra pretty peacock, and I'm going to cut that out through my die cutting machine and take this one, the straight edge one, and run it through with the sentiment. Okay, so I'm gonna go do this and then I'll be right back. I put some adhesive on the back of these of our sentiment and get them into their mats. I really do like this color, it's really pretty. I like using Tombow for stuff like this, so it gives me time to line it up. Oh, yeah, or, you know, all over the cardstock. Just wipe that off. I could have turned it over, but it'll be okay. Okay, so that one's done. And then on here, we've got a panel that we're gonna put on the front, which is this piece right here. And so this Whisper White piece is cut at 3.5 by 2 3/4. And then the DSP is cut at 3 1/8 by 2 3/8, 2 5/8. Don't worry, all the sizes and everything will be down below as normal and on my blog post in case I mess something up. Which, you know, par for the course on this video, this channel, huh? But it's okay. I just keep it real. I don't know why I get so nervous when I record these. Okay, so then we have that one, so we have that together. Now let's take our card base. It's just gonna be for our daisies. And we're gonna take this one. Oh wait, I forgot. We gotta cut this. We are going to need to use our Stampin' trimmer because it's the only trimmer I have right now that I'll be able to really do this with. This piece of DSP is cut at 4 1/8 by 4 16. It is very important that you keep the sides straight. So this is 4 1/8 and this is 4 1/16, right? Hold on, let me double check that. Yeah, this is 4 1/8. And this is 4 1/16. Okay, so you got to make sure your pattern's going like down. All right, and then you're going to take your trimmer. Actually, I don't need to unlock that. I'm going to, and the reason why I'm using the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is because I can see it through this track. And I'm going to line up my points from here to here. And then I'm just going to cut it right in half. I just like using the trimmer for that. Okay, now I want to see, I'll show you on this piece I cut, and then this piece of DSP is cut at 1 inch by 4 1/8. What is this? Hold on, I gotta tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you wrong. I know I'm gonna tell you wrong. Okay, this is 4 1/16. This is 4 1/8. See how they match up to each other? That's because when I cut it, I cut this at the 1 inch, and then I went back and cut this. So it kind of matches up. All right. I have to go a little bit slow sometimes, guys, because it just, you know, tends to mess up if I don't. I was trying to hurry on my Facebook Live, and whew, it doesn't do me good. Because I was going to just transfer it over here, but I can't. I have to take my time. Sometimes. So I try to edit out pieces that you guys don't really need to see. Like sometimes I'll, you know, cut out that I'm gluing these and attaching them. Okay, and then line this one up. And these will line up, should line up pretty well. There you go, like that. And then this one. And these two will line up on end to end, should, okay? There we go, and then you got that one. All right, then inside, we're going to put a piece of DSP, and this is cut at 2 inches by 4 1/8 of an inch. Now you could take your, if you have a different color piece of cardstock, and then put a piece of Whisper White, you could do that on here. That would be fine. You could measure that. I wanted to use some DSP for the look of it, and then leave some Whisper White for this, you know, to write inside. Personalize it with my own note. Gonna take that, and then we're also going to take some of our Tombow, and we're going to put it right down this little inch mark, and lay it over. Just make sure that's good and dry. All right, so then there you go. So that's how it creates that little easel for an A2 card. All right, now we're going to get out some dimensionals, and I'm going to put on the back of here. And then I'm going to take my Tombow, and you can lay your card down first. I suggest lay your panel down, kind of figure out where it's going to be. So I know it's going to be down basically in here. So you're going to turn it over. See, I've got to do this right or I'm going to mess it up. Okay, yeah. Okay. Just put it down there a little bit. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. It's going to stay. That Tombow is going to heat. It's going to, even if you only have it right here, it's going to hold it, okay? And when you lift it up, there you go. All righty. Oh, and then we need a little bit more Tombow for our outside sentiment. So on this, you don't want to put it too far over, or when you lift up the card, it won't lift. It'll block it. So you just kind of want to put it, kind of like line it up there a little bit, so it doesn't go past that score line. Line that up. Like that. Okay. And then we'll lift this up. Don't worry, we're not done. We gotta finish. We gotta make our punch out our daisies still. And then you're just gonna lift this up, kind of place it how you want, and then lay your sentiment. I kind of laid it at an angle, right there. And then I've got that. So when they open it up, they can lay it like that. Okay, so let's punch out our daisies for the front. You're gonna need 6, and this is out of that pretty peacock. All right, so we have our 6 daisies, and I'm just gonna take 3 of them and put a little bit of Tombow in the middle. Take the other daisies and put on top, offset it a little bit. Then we're gonna turn these over and put our 3 dimensionals on the back. Oops, that. And then we're just gonna place them on here. I'm gonna place about right there. Oh, I haven't put on their little jewels yet. Just gonna place them like that, like a little bunch. And then we're gonna use the clear faceted gems, and I'm actually gonna use the big one. They're gonna have some big centers. So you've got 3 sizes, and I'm gonna use the large size. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add this beautiful new scallop linen ribbon. And this is in the Pretty Peacock. And I should have added this a while ago, but I forgot. So we're just going to line this up. Let me get my paper snips. And I'm just going to cut it off about right there. And I actually need 2 of them for one inside. So we can trim them off in just a second. And then I'm going to use some snail. Okay, and then go right along that score line, but on the other side of it, because we don't want it to be able to, we want it to be able to fold up. Okay, that way. And then inside, I meant to do this again earlier. Actually, I forgot it and had to come back and record. I was like, oh wait, it's missing something. So hopefully it works out that this edited pretty well. Okay, and I'm just gonna go inside. I'll show it to you in just a second. I'm gonna go right. So what I'm doing is going right on that, between the DSP and the cardstock, just so you can't see that raw edge. And then And then just trim them all off like that. There you go. And that kind of finishes it off a little bit. So when you set it up, you've got that gorgeous little trim right there to it. Just adds a little something to it. There you go. All right, guys, tell me what you think. Do you like it? If there is one out there like that, please let me know if you guys have seen it. I did look and I couldn't find one. So I just, you know, because I didn't want to take something from somebody else. All right, well, again, all the supplies I used and all the measurements will be listed down below. And if you have any questions, of course, leave me your questions. Also, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. It really does help my channel out. Okay, guys, well, I'll talk to you later, and I will see you later this week. Bye.